The first ride I'm going to do today is the Yankee mine track, which is featured on one of the rides. It's quite a good little fire trail just off to the right here. If you want to get to it, you come up the Greendale-Trentham Road and turn right or left, as the case may be, into Yankee Road, and then continue along it until you go over a concrete bridge, and the Yankee mine car park, which is just over the back here, is on the left as you come up. And the Yankee mine track obviously is just off to the right here. So we'll proceed up there today, and it's fairly wet at the moment because of the recent rains we've had. And you'll see once we get up a bit further, it's actually quite a rough sort of fire trail, but it's got a nice gradient coming down it, so you can actually get up quite a bit of speed when you come back down it. Anyway, we'll head on up. This time of year, it's August. You can see it's fairly slippery. It's a very clayey sort of base. We're on the lower section of the trail here, and you can see a lot of the washouts from where the four-wheel drives and motorbikes have been going. And so in the summertime, once the track dries out a bit more, you can actually get quite a bit of speed up down here. It makes it quite an interesting ride because of all the lumps and bumps you get on the way down. This time of year you've got to take a bit more care. Over to the right here, some of the old diggings. Might just go and have a quick look. Here's an example of a shaft. It's actually quite a deep one, that one. That's the sort of thing you've got to be a bit careful of when you're walking through the forest. You can see it looks like there's another shaft or something over here as well. Looks like there's various other workings over here as well, but looks like this is one of the old mullock heaps over here. It looks like there might even be some old workings up through there, and also where this tree is up the top here as well. Looks like there's the remains of yet another shaft there too. So just be careful when you're walking around the bush. There's plenty of them around this area. As you can see, the Yankee track up here is reasonably steep, which makes it a good run in the summertime. You can see the fairly quick gradient that's coming down. We're a bit further up, and again you can see the trail still climbing. Again, lots of washouts, fair bit of rock base here, so not too bad, but there's a lot of clay sitting on top of it as well, so this time of year it's quite slippery. You can sort of see though as you come down, there's sort of areas, particularly on the high side of the trail, that aren't too bad. So if you stick to those, as for most of the areas up near the Trentham area, all the trails around here, they've got little offshoots that aren't really named tracks. This one down here, although it looks a bit like a fire trail, it looks more like a motorbike single track. You can sort of see the track just going down the middle there. So these ones are quite worthwhile to explore as well. There's plenty of them around. Obviously you don't know where you're going particularly with them, but you know, you'll always end up popping out somewhere, or if worse comes to worse, you can just backtrack along them anyway. A lot of them go down into a lot of the gullies, which are filled with ferns and are quite nice, so they're always worth a bit of a side trip. We're getting up towards the top of Yankee mine track now. We're getting up near old Blackwood Road. I can't see it from here, but I can see it on the GPS, so we're playing a couple of 100 metres away. Up around this section here, the track's not quite so hilly as what you get down below there. So it's a bit less of a gradient, so again you'll get a nice ride coming down. Though basically once you get up the top of the climb, there's a couple of small roller coaster sections you'll get on the way down, but it's basically downhill all the way. I've made it up onto Golden Point Road from the Yankee mine track. This road across here is called Golden Point Road on the signpost. It's also known as Blackwood North Road on a lot of the GPSs and maps, so there's a bit of confusion in the area as to which one's Golden Point and which one's Blackwood North Road. I think Google Maps uses Golden Point Road as well, so it's sort of a bit interchangeable, unfortunately. The intersection I'm at the moment is Chettle Road, and also over to the right here is Hayden Track, and the Yankee mine track that we just came up just back along down Old Blackwood Road there. On the website I've got the ride coming up through the Mineral Springs, then heading across and up Hayden Track and then going back down Yankee mine track. So that gives you a bit of an idea how the tracks fit in together. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to head back down Yankee mine track. I'm not going to fly down it today because it's fairly slippery, as I've been saying, all the way up. But it'll give you an idea as to what you're in for if you do come down. This is the signpost for Yankee mine track. They're not overly visible in the bush, unfortunately, but anyway, that points you down the track you've got to go down. I don't know if you can see my tyre trails from where I've come up, just how slippery it is, and that's just from coming up the track, let alone going down it. There we go, that's Yankee mine track. It's a much better ride in the summertime, but still good fun when it's wet.